Hello guys, Elita Legionarii here, and today I am bringing you a 2 versus 2 for Rome Total War. I am playing as the Scipii Romans, and I am joined by Heaven's Lucius C. Sulla. He is in command of the Julii Romans. We are facing Zerberus, who is in command of the Senate, and Heaven's Koda, although he was called Koda at this stage, and he's playing as Macedon. And we had a pretty specific plan. Myself and Lucius were going to go pretty hard out onto the left here and try and knock out Koda, and Lucius was going to help me and just use a few forces to stall Zerberus. So, my army consists of, it's a typical army more or less, I think. Actually, I don't think I've got the first cohort this time, so this really is a typical army of 6 urbans, 14 praetorians. No, sorry, 6 praetorians, 14 urbans. Sorry, I'm out of myself there. That's me. And then Lucius has got, I think he's got exactly the same. Yeah, 14 urbans, 6 praetorians, cav. Zerberus, he's got 5 praetorian cav. He's got 2 archer auxilia, and I think 13 urban cohorts. And Koda's got 2 units of Cretan archers. He's got, I think, 5 units of Company Cav, and I think it's about 12, 13 Royal Pikemen. So we're going to push hard out onto the left flank here, try and outmaneuver Koda, outposition him, and we're just going to hold, and Lucius is going to hold Zerb in place basically. So we're pushing pretty hard on this left flank, as you can see. Some flaming shots coming down here from Zerb onto Lucius' cav, but I'm pushing hard onto the left, and he's just going to kind of fix on the front and use the rest of his forces to fix Zerb in place. That's basically what we're going to do. Koda knows he's in danger here, so he's going to start withdrawing in order to stop his Peeler screen from getting away too easy, or trying to get stuck in battle. Lucius charges it. I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm pushing really hard here. As you can see, Lucius is moving up this core just to make sure Zerb is in place. These units are now going to end up fighting, I think. But as you can see, this got Koda's Peeler screen out of position, and I'm going to start throwing Peeler into these units here. I think I do actually hit some of his Peeler screen, but I'm going to get a few Peeler off. And as you can see, I get a whole lot of Peeler right into the flank of this unit and kill nearly 40 men just in that first shot. And then I'm going to move up and get onto his left flank here, outflank his Peeler position, and just absolutely dump Peeler into his pikes from the flank here. So this started off really, really well. As you can see, Koda loses a whole lot more here, and a whole bunch more. This unit's been cut in half, and as you can see, it's a big lot of his pikes being ripped up. And then I'm just going to keep the pressure on and keep on going. As you can see, there's a bit of a cav run through here. Lucius is in danger of being overwhelmed by the power of Zerberus' superior numerical numbers in the vicinity, but he does get a countercharge with his cav, and he causes some nice routes against Zerb's guys. However, here come Koda's cav. I'm bringing my cav this way because I realise the danger that Lucius faces if he gets too much cav on him, and as you see, he gets broken through here, but he's got some reserve forces. My cav are coming this way. I'm going to keep putting pressure on over here. As you can see, I've destroyed some more of his pikes of Peeler. A good part of his cav have been routed. That was a bit of an error on my part, and I should have kind of been more aware of it. I don't sort of stop my charge here, so I'm going to get a charge here in the hopes to get these 2 units here and still be far enough away to avoid the charge from Koda here. I do manage to get these 2 and this 3rd one out here, and then I'm going to try and disengage before Koda can do too much damage. I think I should be able to get away from this alright. Yeah, I think I do. So I've got 3 units to rout there. As you can see, I'm going to start attacking Koda's infantry. I'm going to start sending units onto his flank here, and then supporting from the front as well, because my urbans should be able to push straight through these pikemen. He hasn't even got these guys into formation, I don't think. Not all of them anyway. So over here I decided to have another go at these guys here, although I should have waited until, or at least forced an engagement. I think maybe Lucius should have gone first, then get the counter cav and charge, and then I go in, because I made a mistake there. So I decided to pull out, and I thought, yeah, because he's going to get a counter strike on me real soon if I'm not very careful. So Our tactics working well though. We've managed to severely outposition Koda. I should have pushed harder at this point, but I was trying to micro over here, micromanage everything. But Lucius was messaging me to get on with it and push over here, get onto his flank, try and make this harder. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm pulling units off to do that here. Basically, Lucius has taken a pretty heavy beating as Zerberus' hands, but he's certainly dished out his fair share of damage. We're regrouping, retreating, and we're going to regroup here. Didn't spot this unit had regrouped, so it's going to get killed by Zerberus' cav there. Didn't spot that it had regrouped because it had routed prior. Some of these units got snagged while I was trying to position them, but I will fix that in a moment. I was a wee bit worried about Koda's cav, because companion cav are very dangerous in 31k because of the high charge capacity. So I'm sending my cav this way. As you can see, the fight between Lucius and Zerb has been fairly even. They're both taking some pretty hefty losses, but I should be able to push my way through these raw pikemen, and I've still got some reserves as well. I'm going to use my infantry to support my cavalry, which is still in fairly solid numbers, and I'm going to use that in a moment. So I think I still have some peeler, or I think I was trying to get my men to throw some peeler, or one or the other. Sometimes it's hard because sometimes you still got you guys in groups, and if you get to ungroup them and they don't throw their peeler. As you can see, Zerb's sending all his cav this way, and he's going to charge Lucius here. I thought about doing a charge on this, and I think I do, but then I realised that this cav's going to counter me if I keep it up for too long, so I don't really stay in it. I do get a quick charge off, I think, but then I think, no, this is not a good idea because I'm going to get charged by this guy's. At least I think that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I think get out of here before this companion cav gets me. I think it gets one of my units, and it more or less routes it, but I do manage to get away. That was a bit risky just to get rid of Zerb's cav, and I didn't really get rid of it very well at all. Now this is where Koda does something very I thought was very impressive. What he does here is he brings his general's bodyguard, like his general's royal pikeman unit, and he's going to force me out with it while he slips into the flank with his companion cav. This was a very good move, but the only thing that stopped it from being superb was the fact that I had screened and reinforced it with these guys here. He routs a bunch of my guys, a very good move, but I'm going to just absolutely lace his companion cavalry here with peeler from this reserve second line. So both a good move by him, definitely a very good move by him there, but fortunately I put up a reserve line there, and as a result I'm able to destroy most of Koda's cavalry. So thankfully I had my reserve line in place, or I would have most definitely just made a massive blunder. I did make a big blunder, but at least I had something in place to kind of recover it. My cav has regrouped. I think most of these urbans that routed from that cav strike are going to regroup, so that's alright. I decided to just bypass his cavalry here and charge straight into the flank of these dudes, and that actually causes a 2 routes here and run out, so then we can start forcing our infantry into the fight with this cavalry. I'm going to slip some of my cav behind here. As you can see, I'm slipping into the flank just with basically any cav I got left at this stage, because I lost quite a bit of my cav trying to regroup in that situation, which was what I was trying to do. But as you can see, his raw pikemen are actually doing alright over here, but they will get beaten eventually. And these guys are still routing at this stage, but they will come back from routing. As you can see, Koda's going to try and get onto my flank here. I think he should have come straight through actually, or come right around and routed this section, because I was in danger here because I didn't have a lot of cavalry, and I couldn't really create another secondary line because I had to commit them because so many of those urbans had routed. But Lucius has more or less got rid of Zerberus' forces, just except a few archers. I reckon Koda should just come around behind me and flanked me. I couldn't have really stopped him. Anyway, I start pulling around the flank here with my general's unit, and I'm going to try and rout on this side, so I have enough men to create a second line to shield me from cav, because I suspect that Koda will think to do it pretty quickly. Some of my cav is regrouped. As you can see out here, other units have regrouped. I don't think I noticed it though at this stage. I was too busy trying to focus on what I was doing. As you can see, he's still trying to get into the side of this unit, and it is working, but finally he decides it's time to go behind. But at this stage, because I've managed to encircle this unit and do a bit of damage, this section's not really viable for him to try that on, but this section is, and I think he is going to try that in a moment. He's going to try that here, but my urbans hold. I'm pretty sure this urban unit holds out against that charge. He didn't get a lot of momentum. I'm going to charge in here, try and free up this side section and kill the general's units. And I charge in here and I get these units to rout here with this regroup unit, and I'm going to swamp his general's bodyguard and attempt to destroy it. He's trying to continually outflank me here, and he probably will kill this section here because it's pretty thin. Yeah, he gets one of them there. Actually, I think he got two of them there. And we're going to swamp the general's unit. I'm going to get a nice charge into the flank of these dudes here. However, there's not much pinning them, to be honest. And I think I should have gone for perhaps a more pinned up area, but I lose that cav because of that. But it did do a bit of damage, and these guys are pretty shook up. But here we goes, another nice cav strike from Koda, which routs another one of my infantry units. So that very clever move where he used his pikes to cover his cav so I get into my flank very much changed the matter of this fight, because I was pretty much cleaning up Koda at the start, but it wasn't going. But because he did that nice move with his cav, I ended up losing quite a bit. But my guys are regrouped over here and they're coming back, and I've destroyed his flank and killed his general. And we're just going to pour in on his remaining raw pikemen, and we're going to try and overwhelm him here, because I mean Lucius has done a very good job of keeping out Zerberus. I believe some units regroup, some of these pikes regroup, some of these archers regroup, but I'm just going to keep running after them up here to keep them away while we win this fight down here. As you can see, I've got units coming back in to reinforce, and I believe Lucius messaged me at this time, let's just pull out and regroup for the assault, which is basically what we're going to do. And here, Koda goes to was going for my guys here. I don't really know why. Yeah, here he goes for this unit, and he should rout it, I suspect.
The enemy army is in flight.
Yep, he routs it.
And drive them from the battlefield.
I think that's all of Zerberus' remaining forces fully routed at this stage, and just Koda's few pikemen left. It's not enough to hold out to these urban cohorts. So he's got a few cav, which he has used very well in this fight, but he's just overwhelmed at this stage. So now we're just gonna. I've got a few peeler left, and I was just gonna dump them into Koda's pikes here, and then we're just going to take the charge here, and it should destroy them. And I'm going to bring these guys in here. As you can see, Lucius has destroyed that group, and now we're just going to overwhelm these units here, which are very much wavering, and when these guys come to the back, they just start routing en masse. There's a few regroup units out there, but I think they just decide to admit defeat, knowing they've lost the fight. As you can see, we managed to finish them off there. So a pretty nice game there, actually. You know, I thought Koda did very well, because it looked like he was getting I had him pretty much on the ropes at the start, but he made that really nice comeback with his cav, and it was a very good move because he kind of screened his cavalry with his pikemen, and I couldn't just counter-charge because his pikes were in the way, and then he just thought, boom, and then slipped into the side once he got into position. It was a very good move, actually, and it did a lot of damage to my otherwise very, very strong army at that stage. But we managed to pull it off. Well, I think overall me and Lucius' battle plan was a good one, and we managed to get onto that flank and hit hard. As you can see, we both have very respectable kill counts at 1,454 for me and 1,589 for Lucius. Zerberus has 947, just short of 1,000, and Koda did rather well with 1,306 there, and of course that wonderful comeback with this cav. My Praetorian cav just only this one, and this one didn't really any good. I didn't use them very well in this fight. I got a few routes. I didn't get many kills. I used them okay, I guess, to get those routes, but in the way of kills didn't do too great. But these urbans did pretty good. A couple of them got a bit roughed up by the cav, but overall that came together pretty nicely. So good game to Lucius and Zerberus and Koda. Koda is a channel, of course, so I will link that in the description. Drop by his channel to watch some Rome Total War action, mostly 31k, but you might see some other stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon next time.